Here we go. Hope has been abandoned, for it is the Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric playthrough. I'm Harry, or Flame.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Chris.
I'm Joe and I don't want to be here.
That's pretty much how we all feel with this game, to be quite fair, I think.
Yeah, it came up with Illphonic a moment ago. I get the feeling that's like Sega trying to say that Sonic is ill. Well, they're all a bit mentally challenged.
Well, like, Sonic is really in a bad way in this game, it comes across as. But yeah, to get this out of the way from the very start, I absolutely fucking despise this game. To start off with, I'm rating the load screens here, just to make a point of how bad this is.
Oh god!
This is like when a character's right in front of you and you're running into the character.
Yeah, that's
all the glitches.
Yeah, like basically, technically, this is a disaster.
If it's as bad,
like Sonic 06 is load screen 1.
Oh my god!
oh my, that's ridiculous.
I'm gonna be cutting down the load screens in the future part, so I just wanted to make a point of that.
Yeah.
Now, at the very start of the game, we see Sonic getting killed.
Shouldn't that be like Sega now just saying, look, we're just going to kill off Sonic? Like, that's what they should do. Like,
Well, that's all their only source of
we
money.
can only
isn't it?
To be fair, Sonic Team had nothing to do with this.
Sorry, watch this. That is actually in the game. That wasn't me editing. That is the actual font and title screen they used in the game.
Opening sequence is done so horribly.
Yeah,
There's so many problems with it.
yeah. This is. I know you showed me at one point. Game Grumps did a little deconstruction of this opening cutscene, looking through it frame by frame. But like, it's so many technical inaccuracies, like things clipping through each other. There's frames that randomly go black for no good reason. It's disastrous.
I noticed the dialogue is dull in this. It's so crap.
Yeah, it's like there's so many jokes that just don't work, and a lot of that, it's not necessarily that the joke is particularly bad than, say, like Colours or Lost World or
Seems
something.
a lot more forced.
And
Yeah,
this is the fastest Sonic will ever move in this game.
Yeah. And what I find amusing is them sections, they're automated for the most part, but if you hold back, Sonic just sort of stops.
Just walk. Does he walk back as well?
Yeah, you can make.
It's like, fuck this, I can't take it anymore.
Nah, sod it, I'm done, I'm going home.
There's also sections where, like in 06, where there was a loop that you go through, but you could stand on the ceiling. There are bits like that in this.
Yeah, there's all sorts of.
But did his legs just stop working?
Think so.
It's like, fuck this
and
shit,
where
I
are the
can't
bits-
take any more of this.
Where are the bits of the course coming from?
I don't know. Also, I love how Metal Sonic came out basically nowhere, don't he?
He's not even really used that much in this, is he?
No.
And the lag.
Yeah, it's the frame rate in this game is absolute shit. Like it doesn't even make 25 a lot of the
How
times.
can I explain this game? Like, from what I've seen, like, because you know they've added a lot of characters in. It seems like a shitty fanfic with no context, and it's just going into like no direction. It's pretty much The Room, the game.
It does give kind of bad fan production kind of vibe to it, because I've actually seen like tech demos that fans have put together for their own Sonic games that actually look more like in universe than this does. This kind of
That's just telling you so. If the fans can do this better than like a big red button even relevant?
no. This is the first game they've made, and more than likely going to be the last game they've made.
Might as well have been a fan-made game then.
They have outsourced stuff to fans before in the past, and that's worked really well. Like that Sonic CD remaster that
What,
came
Big
out.
Red Button done that?
No, I'm talking.
Sega.
Yeah, Sega. They outsourced that to Christian Whitehead, and I think the other guy, he goes by the name Stealth, and that's a really good remaster because they found fans who know what they're doing.
I might have to look that up. I ain't even seen that.
It's the one that's on Xbox Live and PSN.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's really good remaster.
Actually, I'll play that on yours, didn't I, Chris? On Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And this is all the combat consists of.
Yeah, the combat in this game is disastrous. This is basically all it amounts to. Just sort of kick things or roll into things. Like, it's actually really depressing when this makes me miss the werehog. And I'm saying that like completely sincerely. The werehog is fun compared to this.
The werehog was the first proper attempt at combat in Sonic, and it was actually decent. Combos and everything.
Yeah, like I don't like the werehog, but at least it's more in depth than this is.
And they tried.
How long do like the waves go on for later on in the game? Is it unbearable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I imagine that would be so boring.
Well, they can be ended pretty quickly because you end up with the ender beams, which are like those lassos that you get, and you can just chuck enemies off into bottomless pits.
In some cases you can, not always.
Well, there are those bigger enemies that you actually have to spend
Yeah.
time on, but most of the enemies you can
Yeah.
throw away.
Look at that pathetic spin dash, by the way. Like, that's a fully charged spin dash, what I'm doing here. Look how far it goes. that's terrible, isn't it?
Is that about like 3 inches? I don't know.
Something like that.
Sonic's let himself go.
Yeah, Sonic's just like been out of work for a while, just thinking, nah, not feeling it.
Sega happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the bandages have to be to do with the drastic plastic surgery that they went through.
Yeah, while we're at it, what do we think of the redesigns?
His arms aren't blue!
Yeah.
His arms aren't blue. What do you mean?
That's a reference to Chris Chan.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I can't get used to Knuckles' design.
It's pretty bad.
They should have just kept his generation's like design and colours. It just looks
The others,
right.
the others I'm okay with, although Sonic's arms do annoy me a bit.
See, like, with the thing with Sonic's arms, that's like a thing that people like to make it out as though it's just Sonic fans complaining, but it does make the designs look really amateurish. For years, like one of the staples of bad Sonic fan art is that they colour his arms blue, and now this is official. It's kind of, it looks horrible. Not to the point where it's justifiable to mace shop employees for it, but but like it is bad.
It's like, what? You're telling me his eyes are blue? What? Gets the handgun out. I'm going to kill some bitches.
These are weird.
Amy's mouth in this is so odd in comparison to the others.
I haven't really paid attention to the facial animations, to be honest, but
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
It looks sort of lipless.
some of the like character animations are a bit bland, and I'm seeing what you mean now. Oh look, are we gonna have to fight more robots?
Yeah, what her mouth is sort of like is when you fold your lips in.
Without us,
Maybe.
you know how much I like punching things.
Sort of ventriloquist. Like, you know those ventriloquist dummies?
Yeah. It's pretty much like... Maybe it'd be more interesting if there were strings holding them up.
Well, they are pretty much soulless puppets. There's not much substance in them, is there?
The lip syncing's decent enough during the cutscenes, but when it's in game, it's awful.
Yeah, lip syncing, I don't think it's ever going to get as bad as SA1's lip syncing, or those sixes.
Yeah.
that was years ago.
Well, there is a scene in a moment that.
I mean, the lip
is pretty
syncing in.
dreadful.
Sorry, Steve. I mean, the lip sync in SA2 is pretty bad, but at least that's excusable because it's older.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, there's no reason for it to be like that.
There's a scene in a few moments when they go inside that place where it just looks god awful.
Yeah, one of the things that like annoys me is people saying how we're being melodramatic by saying this is worse than 06. Put into context, Sonic 06, that was 8-9 years ago. You would expect games to naturally be better than that. So for this game to be shit tier 2,
To be fair, back then you would have expected 06 to have been better than what it was.
yeah, but still, like we should be past that by now.
Yeah, but
Definitely.
it's Sonic, what do you expect?
Well, there's always hope for the next game.
It wasn't
Maybe next year. That's the unfortunate catchphrase of the Sonic series at this point.
We're just hoping.
Yeah.
Wasn't the neckerchief based off of Nathan Drake from Uncharted or something?
I don't know. I think it was just based off trying to make it look different for the sake of trying to make it look
Pretty
different.
sure I
but-
heard somewhere that was why they put that on him, to give him an adventurous appearance.
No, we can take these
Christ,
guys.
why? You know how to make him adventurous? Make him run fast.
Delayed reaction.
Yeah. What I love is how Amy's hammer went off to the side in the first shot, and then it was landing on her in the second shot.
You expect reliability. His hand doesn't even fit on it.
Yeah.
In fact, the thing wasn't even three-dimensional, it was just one image.
I will say the gag coming up with Metal Sonic did make me laugh the first time.
Surely he would have gotten there by now. It's
Yeah.
so delayed.
Yeah.
It's like those like movie cliches when the villain like is like the bomb's going off and it would have surely gone off by then, but it's just delayed for the hero being the sake of the hero.
Yeah.
I am Sonic. Let me in.
Yeah.
Just as I thought.
Who's that in the background there?
I'm here because the fans
the edge.
demanded me.
Shadow does sweet fuck all in this game.
He's just sad about looking angry.
You can remove him here and it wouldn't matter.
No, he's like, he gives no actual relevance to the plot whatsoever.
All he does is put in an edgy badass voice. Well, I'll say
This-
badass.
This is
He
where
sounds like a fucking mafia goon.
Yeah.
this is where the bad lip syncing is. You'll see in a second. It's just so.
Wait, there are presents? No. This section is mine. Only someone of my stature and brains can handle this.
Yes, Knuckles, your brains.
This area. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I
That
see
is-
what you mean.
Awful.
She looked almost buck teeth there.
Let's get
She
out.
looks mindless.
Why don't she just move?
like a zombie?
Yeah. Anyway, extremely boring tutorial section.
Platforming with puzzles. Well, if you can call it that.
This is a puzzle.
If you can call it that.
It's,
I'm just laughing at what he said there. I love rings.
you can only get 100 of them, by the way, and yet they still give comments like, "Can't get enough rings."
Yeah, 150 if you bother to buy the 3DS game.
Yeah, fuck that. I was initially told that the Shattered Crystal wasn't as bad as this game, but I've watched more into it, and it just looks boring as hell.
More
so
like shout out, Crystal. Am I right?
It does at least have speed in it.
yeah, but it's also kind of a fetch question on
I
our
know.
parts, and I don't play Sonic to go around collecting things. I'm sorry.
Got anything to say about this, Chris?
Don't know. I played this when I was around, when I never.
Yeah.
It was really boring, to be honest.
You played like
And that was
two
only
levels in.
Yeah, that was only like 2 levels in. As
The
well.
amount of shit that's on screen is just shattering your mind, so you can't say anything about it.
Yeah, basically.
What I love about this game though is that sometimes there's a glitch where in the 2D sections you can walk around as though it's a 3D section, so you can walk off of the area.
Granted, you can do that in Unleashing Generations, but it's not as often as it
I
happens.
know, you could skip whole areas with it though.
Yeah, and there's also the fact that Knuckles can fly now.
Oh yes.
I'm not going to be showing that off, but that is such a bad game breaker.
Later.
Knuckles' face looked very shiny for a moment.
What I hate about this, you know when Tails flies, it goes on a downhill grade, it goes down,
Yeah.
it
It's
goes at an angle.
It's like Knuckles in 06, isn't it? That's such a piss poor descent.
I
I barely even used Tails in this. He was the least used one in this because his gliding is so shit.
It's just it's basically a double jump that lasts a little bit longer, right?
No, he doesn't even do a double jump, really. Because it's like in Adventure and that, you could double jump while gliding. In this, you just glide once and that's it, you're done.
Anyway, what do we think of all these bounce pads?
I'm bouncing off of something with pad-like appearance.
It's like, there's so many times through this game you'll just get a character randomly say it's a bounce pad or some variant of it, and it's not the same thing every time either. It's like they must have recorded 20 different voice clips of a character referring to a bounce pad. It's like, no guys, we do not need this.
So we're not fucking idiots. We know where it is.
Well, then again.
Well, then again, we're playing Sonic Boom as a lyric.
I love the artsy's take on it. It's like, why do you think I'm so stupid, Sonic Boom? You bought me. Touche.
Yeah, I saw that. That is a great review. But this is what most of the platforming in this game is. Ground pound on the Switch and something will happen. Then go find the next Switch and ground pound on that.
And just look at that awful, soon-to-be other platforming in the background.
Yeah.
All that awfulness.
Awfulness is an understatement. Like, I might as well just say flat out, this is my least favourite game I've played.
Ever.
What's
Yeah.
so bad about it is its dullness.
Yeah, it's like a lot of parts of this game, it doesn't even feel like a normal bad game. Like normal bad games, you might get angry or you might get frustrated or like pissed off that the game's screwing you over or whatever. But this game feels like a chore.
It's
It just
boring.
seems bland, right?
Yeah,
Boring.
it is just very boring. But I still hate Secret Rings more.
I don't. Secret Rings, for all I could say about that game, it doesn't feel so much of a chore. It feels like a workout to a certain degree, but it doesn't feel like a chore.
I can't really
I'd say it
grasp
feels
it
more of a
anymore.
chore
It's
than
Sonic
this.
game. Because I haven't played the majority of it. Like, I haven't played most of the series to give a comment.
You're so lucky.
I would say it feels more
I
of a
wouldn't
chore.
say lucky, I think I've done it on purpose.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say this is more of a... That Secret Rings is more of a chore than this, considering its length. Plus, it could cause physical pain. Well, when I say physical pain, it made your wrist ache for after a
Carpal
while.
tunnel.
If I'm hurting, I'm not bored.
Let's see what
Like, I know it is terrible the fact that this series is making us consider things like this, but...
But Secret Rings was boring.
No,
It
I
went
like...
on for so long, and it was such a missed opportunity at being good, which
Yeah.
made it worse.
What I will say is, although I'm not defending Secret Rings, it does have some redeemable factors. Like the atmosphere is pretty good, the presentation's pretty good. It's just the gameplay that lets it down. This game has no redeemable qualities, and I'm saying that like I can't think of anything. Like even 06, as broken as it is, it's got a good soundtrack.
Well, at least this is an alternate universe.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
one redeemable thing.
the fact that we will hopefully never be able to see it again. It just baffles me, the fact that they've let something release in this state. You know, it just... No.
They looked at this and went, yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. This is the same publisher that looked at Sonic Genesis and went, yeah, this is dumb. I hate this thing. I've missed it by a bit, so now I'm going to have to wait for it.
I will say is that Amy's routes are easily the fastest and at least the most interesting. Granted, it's not that interesting, but the most.
The least shit way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, it is actually platforming in a way.
Yeah.
It's as close as you'll get to it.
that ball looks weak.
Yeah.
What's your second worst Sonic game then, Harry?
That would be Secret Rings.
Secret Rings,
Yeah.
and then Lost World,
Probably, I don't know, Heroes.
Trigger the exit.
Heroes,
Yeah.
then Lost World.
You do realise
Well,
once we're down at this point, we're like deciding which sexually transmitted disease we'd rather have. This game, a lot of what makes this so tedious is there's no like real atmosphere to it, is there? It's just all boring. Like you see, even like visuals here, graphics, it's just dark and washed out. And things like that do make a hell of a lot of difference, even if people don't pay much attention to it.
All of the places do look washed out though, don't they? And like uninteresting and featureless, and
It's just
so much going on.
horrible art style.
The most interesting thing in this game is the walls that Knuckles climbs on.
Yeah, they're the bits that stand out really, aren't they?
They're colourful. They stand out.
I've got to ask, why does Knuckles have like context-specific walls that he can climb now?
I don't know.
It's like, it's just, again, it's this feeling that all the platforming is really forced and really platforming by numbers. It's just, like, no.
It's probably because if all walls were climbable, then Knuckles could break the game. without his
Knuckles is
jump.
hard, mate.
Yeah, but that's just bad game design because they should work the levels around that, around the fact that the character has this particular ability. Like when you get to this point where you're artificially closing off what he can do just because, to compensate for your boring level design, that's when it's a problem.
Do you know, like Sonic, right? It's like it's quite bad this anyway, but like having, you know, like how is that area like used for normal people or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know they normally like put swings about everywhere, and Sonic's bad for that anyway. But like that, like, that's just a puzzle for like them to go. I don't know.
It's glitching out on me. It weren't letting me connect to the top.
Does it take away all the like the exciting parts of the previous aspects of Sonic, like the springs and stuff like that?
Well, the springs are just bounce pad, bounce pad,
Oh.
bounce pad.
Here's
Jump
a
on the
ba-
bounce pad.
Here's a bounce pad.
Yeah. I think it might be Knuckles who's got that one line that it's like bouncy, bouncy. Like, no.
It's crap.
Yeah, the characters do not shut up.
It's like, it's not so bad in this first level, but later on in the game you get, like, the characters just do not shut the hell up.
It's worse than the Chow.
On the show, yeah. Like, to be honest, I've never had a problem with this particular cast of voice actors, but the way it's directed in this game and the fact they're talking all the time, it really fucking grates on me. And that, again, that's something else that makes this game feel like a chore. It's just, no, guys, please let me have fun somewhere in this game.
It's unfortunate you have to look so hard for it.
What's annoying is that this is essentially a training section of the game.
This is
Why couldn't they have just merged them all into
I just
one?
think the whole game is an endurance. Like, it's a round of endurance.
Yeah. And this is the first fucking level. This is the bit that's supposed to get you engaged, supposed to make you excited to be playing the
How
new
did they
game.
even get there?
Fuck knows.
I mean, if I wanted to play this and complete it, I reckon I could. But that's the thing. Do I want to? No.
It's like there's nothing. Most games, like even games that like aren't that great to start off with, like at least there's normally something
Yeah.
redeemable.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just a good soundtrack or something.
Like this doesn't really give you much of an incentive to play on, does it?
No, it's just
Well, then you've lost the player, and you've lost the customer essentially, haven't you? And that's the bad marketing, and that's just bad. It's like game in general.
yeah. I would like to call out one particular bullshit argument I've seen, and that's that because it's only a spin-off, it won't affect Sonic in the long term. Look at it this way, there's loads of young kids who've probably got this as their first Sonic game for Christmas. Do you think they're going to keep on with this series now?
And here's our title villain. This bit did kind of make me laugh a little, though.
Yeah.
What, me?
What? There's humour in this game? Is there hope?
There is,
No, there's no hope.
no, as I said at the start, we've abandoned hope.
It's Sonic, what do you expect? That is hideous! That is...
See, all of this humour we're getting from this is just from the goofy character animation, isn't it?
Lyric does look pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, he's alright. Like, he's a bad like villain character in that he's just sort of like angsty against biology for no good reason, but...
Yeah, he does my spin attack. No, he didn't. He just threw something in the way.
Yeah.
With Eggman, can you even take him seriously anymore? He's more of a goofball than an actual threat.
Yeah, I like that with Eggman to a degree because he's like they play him up for laughs. But
Yeah.
what I don't like is the main villain of the game being useless.
Well, let's see.
Like even if your main villain is like a kind of goofy character or something, they have to be an interesting character.
They've got to
And-
show some power.
Yeah, and Lyric's just sort of he's there. I guess we have to fight him a few
Well, that's
times.
like a wasted potential then, because you think with Lyric, he's like a villain with so much power behind him and excellence, but if he's just like doing nothing, it just disappoints.
Yeah, he's the character who they name on the fucking box. He's supposed to be interesting.
And he does nothing for the
Yeah, it's
majority
just like,
of
oh,
this.
here's Lyric.
Yeah. But, oh look what we're doing again, we're fighting more robots. Remember how this got dull in 06?
Is this Mega Man or Sonic?
Like, Mega Man,
don't even know.
Mega Man has variety.
yeah, that's pretty sad when Mega Man has variety in comparison to this, though, isn't it?
The Sonic series does too, but in a bad sense.
Like, what are they going to fuck up this game?
Yeah.
And here we see the ender beams.
Beams, whatever. Yeah.
Something like that.
Tails, friendship bracelets. Now?
What I heard in Shattered Crystal towards the end, because I've seen like the end of it, like they essentially beat Lyric with the power of friendship or some bullshit like that.
That honestly wouldn't surprise me. I haven't looked into the ending or anything, but that does sound like sort of bullshit there.
Yeah.
It sounds like something Doctor Who would do.
I can just imagine Moffat just writing this.
Piss off, Moffat. We've had enough.
If you had Moffat writing this, would be 10 times worse. Why would you even think that?
Would it?
It would. It would be insanely dull.
What is it about his writing that people don't like, out of curiosity?
It's too childish. You can't really take it too seriously, and when it's trying to be serious, it's dull.
Wait a minute. Why is Lyric still there? You've just left the place and he was still at the entrance.
It's probably best not to
Bloody
question
hell.
it. So.
I would actually laugh if someone went into the head offices and basically called out Moffat straight up. I would regard them as a legend for all time.
Yeah. No,
They need to do it.
He got sent off Twitter, didn't he? Because he got too much hate. From
Did he get too
Wouldn't
much?
surprise me.
Did he get too much hate, or did he get too much criticism and pulled a baby about it?
Yeah, that.
So he's a little bitch, basically.
Because I've seen people like do this. They can't tell the difference between criticism and hate. Because hate, fair enough, no one likes that, it's nasty, you want to block that out. Whereas criticism, grow the fuck up, mate.
I know, but with me, it's more the physical approach. If someone's got a problem or something, why don't they just take it out and sort it out, and do it like man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, I don't have a problem with a little bit of banter on the internet or whatever. But it's when people throw little bitch fits about being called out and stuff. Like, Jesus Christ,
But the thing is, they wouldn't be saying that face to face with them, like in real life, would they?
No. No, it's like all these they're haters. No, you're a dick. So that was the first part of Rise of Lyric. Haven't we got a fun playthrough ahead, guys?
I guess.
I'm looking forward to it.